On two. Ready? Break.
What is going on? What is going on?
What is up? It's Sunday. You know what that means. It's time for the Football Frame of Mine weekly show where we cover all of the weekend's action and storylines. It's a lot, man. A lot going on, man. So, nonetheless, man, before we get started, man, how you doing?
Oh, man. We are in the thick of things. I don't have a horse in this race. Well, at least not in college. But I'll tell you, this is the best time of the year. I know everybody's usually, oh, man, when kickoff first comes on and season comes. No, it's when the second season starts is when the real excitement happens because it's win or go home. It's win or go home. And if you're going home, man, you got a sad going home to go.
Yeah, man. You don't want to be losing in the playoffs, man. That's a long off season, man. Especially if you won a bunch of games and shit. You won a bunch of games and then you get to the point where you losing in the playoffs. That sucks, man. Imagine beating everybody all season and then losing your first playoff game. Like that's
because you just feel like you did it for no damn reason.
Yep. And that's the problem, man. Shoot. But you ain't got a horse in the race in college. But I ain't got one in the NFL, man. I tell you that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know.
Y'all playing us right now.
Yeah, but the Steelers won.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. I got some things to say about that game.
Yeah, but nonetheless, man, you know the drill. Like and subscribe to the channel, man. We doing some good stuff over here, man. But let's get into the show. All right, so let's go back to this attack. All right. Went down a little bit in terms of subscribers, all right? But that's all right. That's all right. We're going to try to keep on growing, and we're going to keep moving forward, man. But we appreciate everybody we got so far. That's for sure. All right.
Very true.
So, but come on over. The water's fine. It is. All right, let's get into some college, man. We got a whole lot of stuff, man.
Where were you last week, sir?
Yeah, don't
Where
try
were
to
you?
talk about. We got some Hawaii Blades up in here, bro.
And you know it's funny, Hawaii don't got no allegations. They ain't got none of that.
Yeah, they also got a head coach too.
Yeah. Ain't looking too hot.
Don't act like you were nowhere to be found. Nowhere. Incognito, as they say. Nowhere to be found.
They changed. They agreed on I think they made it next year where the conference champion of the ACC is getting an automatic bid for sure. So that'll help that. But I'm actually getting ready to touch on an idea about that in a second.
All right. So we got overreaction. So I'll start. So for me, my overreaction is don't compare these group of 5 teams to teams of the past. All right. So Tulane and James Madison, right? They should not be compared to everybody else. Okay. All the group of 5 teams that maybe have pulled upsets or have won big time bowl games, right? These 2 teams were in really bad situations, if you ask me. All right. One, Tulane's coach and James Madison coach are taking other jobs. All right. So you can't prepare for this particular game like you would any other game. All right. So everybody's like, oh my God, they don't belong. They should have their own thing or whatever. And I'm just like, not necessarily. I don't agree with that. But looking at the landscape of the two scenarios, right? John Summerall is preparing for the biggest job of his life, and that is getting Florida back on track. All right, they paid him a lot of money, and the expectations are what they are. Right? James Madison was really in a tough situation anyway because they definitely played very well this season, right? But you can't put Duke in there. You can't do that, right? Even though they were the ACC champions, you can't put Duke in there, man. They had 5 losses, right? And if you're James Madison, right, your coach has taken another job. So he can't prepare, right? Not to mention, they probably took some of the staff with them, right? So now, with that being the issue, right? Because if you look back at Boise State, um, Chris Peterson wasn't leaving Boise State for a while, so he could prepare for Oklahoma, right? He could put those trick plays in. They could practice that, right? Now, when you look at the Ole Miss and Tulane game, right, specifically, right, you got all of that going on, and Ole Miss has their own problems, right? But that's where the talent discrepancy comes into play, right? Because I feel like you can sometimes offset that talent discrepancy with great preparation. All right. If we know how we want to attack them and we can really get to where we want to go, I think that is the key to pulling an upset. One is believing you can do it. Because if you don't believe you can do it, you're already going to get your doors blown off, right? So I just think it was a combination of things, man. The way the coaches were about to leave, the preparation, and then the fact that you're dealing with the monsters, man, Oregon and Ole Miss, right? So that's my whole thing. I think the overreaction, and I do think the Group of 5 team should still be invited into this because you gotta see. You just can't force them out to the point where they don't get a shot because that's how you get Boise States, That's how you get BYU winning a national title in 1984, right? That's how you get it. You got to see what the little guys can do. All right? You got to. That's the only way. It's a fair way to do it, man. How do you think startup companies in the corporate America become big conglomerates, right? Netflix was a teeny tiny company. Now they're the biggest fucking company on the planet, right? So you gotta let the little guys try to fight it out, man. I'm just saying. Just keeping them out of it just because, oh, they don't get the players that you want to get. In this landscape, man, anybody can beat. All right. We've seen it. You know, we've seen it. Like we've seen little schools, right, become really. Look at Indiana, no 5 stars, period. Right. So you telling me that Tulane and James Madison couldn't find good players, right? They do. That's why they won. So,
Oh man.
oh yeah, they was definitely in that motherfucker. Mad as hell, man. It was some dude throughout the whole Alabama game, bro. He was just trolling, right? And like when they got up 17-0, which we'll talk about, right? He was trolling so heavy, bro. And I was like, yo. So when we won, I just tagged all of the tweets. Don't delete this. Don't delete this. Don't delete this. Because that's what people do, right? But what's your overreaction?
So, am I echoing?
No,
I'm not?
not on my end.
Okay. Well, that's cool then. So, first of all, I was a lot of crazy stuff. I'm a tag team on that one. Shout out to what was it, Andrew and Dean? Last night they were doing a recap show and they pretty much shit on all the Group of 5, saying they have no business being in there. That it was disrespectful that they got in before Notre Dame and Vanderbilt and Virginia, and pretty much saying that the group of five should have their own tournament for a national champion, which it sounds ludicrous to me because why even be FBS if you can't even have a shot at playing for the actual
What
national
up,
championship?
Terry?
We're gonna on this show, we're definitely gonna differ opinions there. They were like, oh well, if you want to get two group of fives and they're so bad, then you can expand to 16 teams. And I'm like, yeah, but like let's pull it back a little bit because like what's the point in being in an FBS conference if you can't get rewarded for winning your conference? Regardless if Notre Dame's a better team, Notre Dame's handicapped themselves in the situation where they've pretty much had such a hissy fit with the NCAA. They're like, well, we're not going to join a conference, but we're going to opt out of a bowl game and we're going to force the college football playoff committee to say, oh, well, as long as you guys are ranked in the top 12, you get an automatic bid. That's freaking ludicrous. That's ridiculous. And you mean to tell me that you're going to penalize two group of fives because they won their conference and they have a winning record? Like, JMU got boat raced in the first half, but they freaking battled back in the second half and made it a quite respectable score. So in regards to them, I don't think you should shit on them at all because they proved that, hey, like we might lose, but we're not going to get completely boat race the entire game. Tulane, it's another situation, like he said, the team's not going to be preparing the same way.
Let's see what I can do, man.
The teams aren't going to be preparing the same way. They're not going to be able to have the same mindset because he's on the way out. They want to win for him, but it's a different situation. So, like, first of all, like, if you want to have an idea of having a whole group of five tournaments, ridiculous. No, they're an FBS team. They're not FCS. You can't exclude that. If you want to expand to avoid the situation, the most you go up to 16 games. But if you do anything more than that, that's freaking insane. Like, we can't how would I say this? You can't freaking make everybody feel good about themselves, give them a pat on the back. This ain't the NCAA tournament. Like, it's not like freaking being no, it don't work like that. Like,
no.
They still deserve a shot regardless. If you're mad about Notre Dame should be in a conference. If you're still mad about Notre Dame should have beat Miami. Virginia was a good team. Virginia shouldn't have lost in the ACC championship. Vanderbilt was a really good team, but Vanderbilt lost games down the stretch they shouldn't have lost. Competition and strength of schedule matter, but everything as a conglomerate matter. So the only way that you can even get close to fixing this, you go to 16, no more. And after that, you put up or shut up. If you can't get in, you can't get in. But for you to like shit on group of fives and pretty much say like, then why do we even have group of five conferences? If we're just going to say can't get in at all because this team, and this team. No, that's ridiculous, bro. Like, I get what you mean. The 12 best teams. Then what do we have rankings for? And we're just be like, oh, the 12 best teams. 12. No. Like, it don't work like that.
The 12 best teams is cool, right? And see that Smooth says,
yeah.
He's like, you would only see that.
Exactly.
And that's why I think the current format works because you needed a game like that, right? And I personally think that both of these games, as much as these talking heads on this podcast, that podcast, the other pod, whatever, right? I watch these shows, right? Because I actually like to learn about aspects of the game that maybe I don't see, right? But I hear it all the time, right? And we talk about Josh Pate all the time, right? So we don't mind plugging him, right? But he's one of those guys that are not with it, right? He wants them to be kind of out, have their own tournament, right? And I don't agree with it, man. I just think these circumstances with the coaches really affected these games. That's all. And the fact that you look at Tulane and in the second half was like 7 to, I want to say either 3 to 17 or 7 to 17 or whatever after halftime. That's really not what people were saying. They was like, they're going to get boat raced, right? And yeah, James Madison's game against Oregon wasn't the prettiest, right? But they scored some points, man. And I think if they had a chance to prepare, like they were early in the season, right? When they had their coach all in with them, I think they would have been able to do some stuff, man. Because their running back had 100 yards, right? But you can't do anything else other than that when that works, right? So you have to be able to prepare for the other part of it, right? So I don't agree with it, man. I think it's not fair to those guys, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
if they win a national title in their own tournament, it doesn't hold no weight,
It
right?
don't, because what's the point in being FBS? There's no point in being FBS. That's retarded.
Yeah,
That's
so
dumb. No.
yeah, so like you can't do that to them, man,
I feel
right?
like the only way you fix that. I feel
If
like the
you
only way you
include
expect that.
one, if you include one group of five, that's fine. I'll take one, right?
Yeah.
Because the
It would have.
underdog deserves to be in there, right? They deserve a horse in the race, right? So that's all I'm saying, man. I just think they need to stop with that. But let's get into some action, man. Let's get into some action. All right, man. So we'll start with the elephant in the room, literally. All right. So Alabama gets the win here, man, in dramatic fashion. All right. So I looked at this game through a couple of lenses. All right. The fan in me was like, yo, we about to get the shit kicked out of us, man. Is going on, right? But then the football analyst in me was looking at it like, okay, so yeah, Oklahoma got out to a really big lead, right? But there was some stuff that we were doing that we just should have not been doing from the jump. All right. And one of the adjustments that I really liked was going from zone coverage to um to a hybrid zone blitz scheme almost, right? Because we were just sitting back and Mateer was just picking us apart early, right? But when we shifted to the zone blitz scheme, right, and dialed up some more pressure, you started to see how uncomfortable he was, right? The communication with the offensive line wasn't there. And then he was like getting happy feet to the point where you get the interception for a touchdown, right? You get pressure. I mean, he was sacked like maybe 6, 7 times in this game, right? Which means that we are good, right? Now, you look at Oklahoma side of things, right? You look at them and you say, well, how did you blow a 17 point lead, right? Or how did you give up 24 unanswered points, right? Either way, it's the same result, right? You're looking at a team that was flawed a little bit. Not frauds, because they were really good on defense, but they were flawed in the offensive game plan, right? You look at Mateer and he was affecting the game with his legs, right? Why would we go away from that? Why would you go away from there? It's working, right? Continue to run that QB power, right? Continue to get him outside the pocket, man. Your receivers are making great catches, right? Y'all got great separation, between the crosser and the post pattern, right? You fit it right in that zone, that seam right there, right? It's working. Why go away from it? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't work, man. But you look at the game that Alabama played against OU in the regular season, it's almost the same thing, just reversed, right? We had more yards than them. We had more first downs than them, right? We were killing them in every metric you could think of, right? But they killed us in one thing, turnovers, right? That was the data point, right? And then for them, they killed us this time in yards, time of possession, first downs,
Third
pass
down
yards.
conversion too.
Yeah, like they killed us in everything, but turnovers, right? That is the key, right? And they just couldn't get out of their own way, man. And once the ball started rolling in our favor, it's like, nah, it's not gonna work for you. So that's the whole thing, man. Like I said, they got a good defense, man. But once you I feel like um a team I said a defense like Venables that has a lot of exotic blitz packages. if you pick up the pace just a little bit, like you can't really do all the checks and stuff you need to do on defense, right? And we picked it up just a smidge, right? Because this season we've been slow paced team, right? Sit on the ball, take the time off all game, right? But this particular game, we picked up the pace, man. Like we got in there, we got in the huddle, we got on the line, we called the play. We did the same. We did it all game once we got into a point of control, and it worked, man. But that 4th down and 2, when we were down 17, that let me know that Kalen DeBoer is going to be a problem in this SEC for a while, bro. Like because it takes some stones to do that. When you just get the points, and then we just kind of play it, like we would any other football game. But to do that, and then for 17 to not only pick up the 1st down, but score, that lets you know, okay, we all right, man. So that's my take on it.
Oklahoma just needs consistency from offense. If you were to get like a really offensive minded, like a really good offensive coordinator, like you bring like a Bobby Petrino or like a Gus Malzahn in there to run your offense with how Venables runs his defense, this team is set. I think Mateer's got another year of eligibility too. So I don't know what they do in the offseason, but if I'm Oklahoma, I run it back with what I've got. And I get a guy in there who offensively can call plays in his sleep and with the lights off. I want one of those guys. If I can get like a guy like Malzahn or somebody in there that really knows what they're doing, Oklahoma's going to be a problem. Because defensively, you already know what you're going to get. You already know what you're going to get. You just need someone to – because Oklahoma's never at a loss for talent on offense. They always have good talent at receiver. They're always a pretty average or above average at running back. And now you have a good quarterback. You just need a guy to be able to elevate that potential and turn it into wins in a dangerous offense because they got weapons. If you get Gus Malzahn in there, for instance, that team is going to be vastly different on offense.
Well, I mean, that's one thing that Stoops always did. Like Stoops, people think that Stoops is this offensive guy. No, him and his brother are defensive coaches by nature, but they always had a nice offensive coach that could do it, whether it be Mike Leach, whether it be Lincoln Riley, whether it be who else was in there, man. They had a couple. Heupel was there for a while, right? So you got all of these offensive geniuses, man, that just know how to attack defenses, man. And what better person to learn how to attack a defense than Brett Venables, right? So if you get a guy that knows how to do that, then yeah, right? And I mean, it wasn't that much generational fumble touchdown truth, man. But I do agree that the offensive coordinator's game plan after the league started to evaporate just didn't make any sense.
You just need a guy who's comfortable with imposing his will on that defense. Someone that's been there, knows exactly what they're going to do, and they're going to stick to the game plan and do what they got to do. That's all they need. That's all they've needed since he's been there.
Yeah, literally. but their running back room needs a definitely tweak.
They haven't had. I feel like they haven't had like a really good back since they had Mixon. I feel like that was the last like really. Yeah. I feel like that was that last really because he was a monster.
Yeah,
that's the last really good one they had. I feel like.
Yeah, he was rough, man. I liked him. Come on, dang, what are we doing? All right, there we go. All right, man. So, one, we got to talk about the timing of this game, man. So, I don't understand why you wouldn't have this particular game later. But then you put the group of 5 teams later, and nobody's really
maybe they wanted the group of 5 to get blown out and have it on prime time so everybody would be like, no, we don't want this no more.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, either way,
this was a crazy game to have at 11 a.m. I was just watching. I'm like, bro, why is this now? Like we talked about this. Like, why are we watching this right now?
Yeah, that was
and this is the thing. Like Eugene, Oregon's like a rocking place, but bro, what better place to be than freaking A&M at night? Oh my gosh. I feel like that would have played a bigger part too. Like it was loud, but like at night would have been different.
I agree. I think it would have been a lot more fun, and probably Johnny Manziel would have showed up for game day. It was a little bit later, right? But nonetheless, man. All right. So a couple of things here. All right. So we got to shout out Miami's pass rush,
That
man.
defense showed up.
Yeah, man, they got some youngsters back there, and they got some old guys that
Some
are
beasts
really
up
good
front.
too. So I really like Ruben Bain, but the other guy, Massador, is really good too. So I think Ruben Bain probably locked up, being a top 5 pick with this game. I mean, he had like 5 tackles, 3 TFLs, and 3 sacks. So like, yeah, straight dominant and was given was giving Reed the business. All right, all game, right? So then I shift to Texas A&M, right? So the last 2 games that they've played, Marcel Reed hasn't looked good, man. Like he hasn't looked good, whether it be decision making, whether it be just trusting his skill and what he sees. He just hasn't looked comfortable back there, and that's alarming to the point that he's gonna have to get some. He's gonna have to take the Kellen Mond approach to like playing. All right, because remember how Kellen Mond, which people don't give Kellen Mond his due too much, right? Because Texas A&M would lose some big games, right? But Kellen Mond was so selective in how he ran, right? He was selective in his passing, right? You look at how he played with Jimbo Fisher, right? He's like one of a few SEC quarterbacks with 10,000 passing and 4,000 rushing or something like that. He's only a few guys that have done it, right? And I really think Reed could be in that next category, right? Like he has to be able to beat teams with his arm, right? Or they're just gonna spy him all game, right?
And it's like he
And
has though. He's just not consistent because he beat Notre Dame with his arm, but it's like down the stretch he just.
he did, man. But as you've seen how teams start to scout you, right? It just looks a little bit, it looked like it got harder for him as the year got on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at how they played in the last few games, right? Yeah, there's some blowouts in there, right? But the team is talented enough to do that, to disguise some things, right? But they had a close game against Arkansas, right? They had a close game against South Carolina, right? 2 teams that really shouldn't have even been on the field with them, right? But his decision making had a key impact in those games, right? He has to go like exactly, see that smooth. Exactly. Getting down to South Carolina, right? And then having to come all the way back like that
That's a
was
red flag.
crazy. Was crazy. So going into the offseason, there has to be a focus on his development as a passer, right? And I'm not even talking about wholesale changes, man. It's literally just a tweak here or there, right? On the crossing pattern, right? You can't be late, or the defensive back's going to either bat it down or undercut it, right? You can't be early because then you'll overshoot it, right? Just little tweaks like that, man. Your feet have to match what your arm is doing, man. All right. And that's the thing that happened with Mateer too. Mateer's feet were not matching where he was trying to throw. And the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with Reed, all right? You have to do it, right? But Miami has something that is crazy right now, right? Not only the defense is good, but Fletcher at running back is like really, really good. And he has a suddenness to him that running backs that are like at the highest level have, right? People that we love to watch as a kid, teenager, and now, right? That suddenness to just hit the hole and not dance, right?
Mm-hmm.
He hit the hole on Texas A&M defense so fast that they had no answer for it, especially late, you know. So I love the fact that that Miami won this game because it shut up the whole thing about Notre Dame not being in. All right, we don't need to talk about it In my opinion. That's my
Yeah. I look at statistics a lot, and you look at games where Beck doesn't make mistakes. These games happen. Everybody does what they have to do, and they get the job done. Defensively, they're good. He didn't turn the ball over at all. Efficient. Only 100 yards passing. You don't have to throw for 300 yards, and the running back goes up almost 200. And defensively, they kept forcing Reed out of the pocket, and he made some good throws, but like that interception at the end of the game was unacceptable. Because at one point that receiver was open, but like you said, like when your body mechanics aren't right and you're trying to hurt and make a play, realistically, you should have been able to make that throw in between the two defenders, because you weren't set right and you were rushing. You threw it like a second or two too late, and you threw it right into the defender's hand. When realistically, you probably should have been able to nail him right between the safety and the defender easily. But give Miami credit where it's due. That shuts a lot of the shuts up the stuff about Notre Dame for one, but it kind of gives them a lot more respect as well, because the ACC got shit on all year. Everybody's like, the ACC is chaos and this and that and this and that, and it's like, oh, we don't know what we're gonna get with Miami. Look, you picked them. I picked A&M because I figured that they were gonna come to play. It was at home. It's really hard to pick against those guys at home, especially in a situation like this. But Miami had a really good game plan. They executed. And a lot of people be like, this game was boring, but I mean, it was back and forth. A&M had their chances, especially early on, to really put a nail on this and really do something, but they couldn't capitalize. And then with all these missed field goals between the two, and then, oh man, it was just insane.
That was terrible.
The missed field goals, and then with the punter or the kicker freaking saved the guy from going all the way to the house. And I'm like, man, A&M, like, they're getting lucky breaks. They just need to capitalize, and they just couldn't capitalize. So
yeah, man, and they should be ashamed.
They would.
They should be ashamed, man. But that shows how good he is, man. And I like what Mario Cristobal said. He was like, "We built this team from the inside out, right? We wanted to rush the passer, and we wanted to protect the passer, right? And they did their thing, man. They did their thing, man."
That wind was crazy. They had gusts at some points up to like 30 miles an hour, bro. Like it was great. Like, you could see, like, when they showed the aerial view, you could see the freaking flags just going. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. But that's the thing. Like, in Texas A&M couldn't do what Miami was doing.
But give credit to Cristobal though, because I think me and you have been really like critical of him since we've started doing this. And this is a really like, it's not like you going to the national championship, but this is kind of a statement win for him, in my opinion. Be like, look, I know we haven't been perfect, but we win when it counts. So
yeah, man, like it's a big win for him, man.
Yeah, you talking about the Indiana Bears?
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit ever, bro. I was like, dude, I know y'all not talking about moving to Indiana. All right, man. So we don't talk about the FCS a lot on here, man. But what a belt to ass situation this was.
We freaking we both picked the upset here.
Yeah, we did.
We wanted to see Montana, but Montana State is clearly.
Montana State said, "Hold my beer."
But they're playing an Illinois State team that knocked off North Dakota State.
Yeah.
So, and that coach has done a really good job. I think I picked Illinois State to win the last game. So that'll be a really interesting matchup. But give credit where it's due. Montana State, it's the best team in FCS.
Yeah, man. So we'll see, man. We're gonna pick the FCS title game too. So that should be fun, man. But Montana State handle business, man. They handle business, man. So let me see what we got here, man. All right, man. But before we get into Illinois State, man, shout out to Villanova, man. A predominantly basketball school, man, but doing their thing, dog. It was good to see them get a home playoff game because they were at home for this one. So that was pretty cool to see on ESPN. They really brought it out like they had this big ass stadium, but it's really this small thing that like just you if you're a Villanova fan, you appreciate it because it's yours, But everybody else who was watching it like, yo, that's a cool spot, man. But if you stretch out the camera, it's just this intimate stadium, bro, Not that big, not that small, man. Just them. So I fucks with it, man. But Illinois State is on a mission, man, and they knocked off North Dakota State, like you said. So sets up a pretty good championship game, man. So I think it's time for some new blood in the FCS. So this should be fun.
That coach is going to be getting a call to the FBS here soon.
Yeah,
Easily, he's going to
yeah.
get a call.
Yeah, because I mean, once you start winning national titles, man, at the FCS level, it's only one way to go
But
up.
see what Illinois State, the guy's only been there a year, and he's been there a season. And look where they're at. They knocked off the number one team in the country and in North Dakota State. So teams see that and they're gonna start calling. So Sun Belt, American, Conference USA.
Dude had a $155, bro. Like you can win with that. Yeah, you can win with that, man.
They beat them in total yards. They killed them in time of possession. Dude, they did really good. They over 50% on third down. That's great. And little to no penalties. They played a really clean game. Besides that one pick from a Rittenhouse.
Like that's crazy, bro. But shout out to Villanova, though, man. Shit. All right, man. So we kind of got into James Madison and shit like that. So that ain't really, we can skip all that, man. But it was good to see that them come back in the game, though. That was the best part. But I will say though, Tulane had the opportunities, man. But they didn't do what I thought they was gonna do, man. Like they just missed too much. Too many open passes, too many drop passes, man. They got some good players on there too, man. But it just seemed like they knew what they wanted to do, but they weren't prepared for what Ole Miss was gonna do. Like that's what it looked like the whole game. Like, and that's what happened, man. And that's why they got their ass beat a little bit, man. But that's the nature of the beast, bro.
We didn't talk about this when we talk about Miami. I know you've seen Michael Irvin. He had to have been coked out. Bro was like on another level, bro. He was.
Hey, did you see the end of the game? He just went up and kissed Cristobal, and he had sweat all on his face, and Cristobal's like, "You gotta love him."
Bro, you seen how he took the trash can with the thing with the belt and he started belting.
That's what it was, man. That's what it was. But like I said, the Gasparilla Bowl, man. I just wanted to give some shout out to
and Memphis lost their coach too.
Yeah, Memphis lost their coach too, and you could tell the way this game was though, because like NC State really didn't do shit in the second half. They really just won this game in the first one. But it was like busted coverages. The players looked like they didn't want to be there. Like this game was probably one of the easiest games NC State has played all year, right? But I really want you to pay attention to Bailey, man. I think he's gonna be one of those ones to watch next year. Like I hope he comes back. And he's gonna be really good for NC State, man, because he's got a weird delivery, but he's got a nice touch with it. Right now, it could just been that Memphis was just ass and didn't want to pass rush him, but I do like what he brings to the Dave Dorian offense, man. You know he spread that shit way out. It's like 5 wide. If he could have 6 receivers out there, he would. But I like quarterbacks in that system that not necessarily
hey, that stat right there. Win a game by 3 scores and not scoring nothing in the second half is crazy.
Hey,
you just said that. We are right.
You know what that means? See that?
It means they were sitting down eating donuts in the second half.
Yeah. They was like, hey, that's what you call the Marshawn Lynch. Right?
That was like, didn't Georgia do that like a while, not that long ago?
Yeah, the TCU game.
Yeah, they were freaking eating and shit.
Yeah, dude got a plate. He was like, yo, give me a plate. I'm about to eat me something real quick.
Dog, that's so disrespectful, bro.
It is. But remember, Marshawn Lynch talked about the Super Bowl the Seahawks won, right? And he was like, hey, Pete, just take me out. Let my young bulls eat. You know what I'm saying? Right? And that's really what happened after that. They just took everybody out and just let the young bulls play. Right? So it's pretty cool because neither of the teams, nobody scored. So it worked, you know. But shout out to NC State, man, getting that bowl win, man. 8-5. That's a pretty good season if you ask me, man. So all right. So we gotta pick these games, man. So we got like all right, so first thing, man. What the is this, man? How are you gonna have a bowl game at
You're in it.
home? Like, ain't you supposed to like go somewhere else and like
The
that's so
glaze.
that's
The
so
glaze
lazy by the
touchdown true.
committee. That's so lazy. So you just put Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl.
So then we ain't got the university ain't got to pay to move them nowhere.
Like that's ridiculous, bro. That's so lazy. Y'all should be fired for being lazy, man. You
I
could have
mean,
put them.
it's like UL going to the New Orleans Bowl.
Yeah, that's so lazy. Like you can let them go somewhere else, man. All right, man. So
The
this should be fun
glaze.
though.
The
This should
glaze
be
begins.
fun because Cal has a really good quarterback that I really like to see
I
play.
like Hawaii's quarterback.
Yeah, I like Hawaii's quarterback too, man. So it's gonna be fun, man. Really cool to see. I want to say Timmy Chang is back as the head coach, right? So it's gonna be cool to see because he actually won this bowl game as a player back in the day. So it'll be interesting to see, man. Shit, it's gonna be a party on the islands if they win this motherfucker, though. So I got
Hawaii.
Hawaii in this
Hawaii. Get
one. Yeah,
mad, touchdown true. Hawaii
yeah.
don't have allegations.
Yeah, bro. Michigan's in trouble, bro. I don't know
BK's available.
yeah, I don't even know who the fuck they gonna hire, man. All right, so my favorite
Bruh.
bowl game
But
is
the
the
fact-
Pop-Tart, bro.
But like Georgia Tech had so much aspirations just to be in the freaking Pop-Tarts Bowl. Like how freaking trash, dog.
Hey, I don't care, man. Give me that wild berry Pop-Tart, bro. I'm good.
You look like a more of a brown sugar cinnamon kind of guy.
Actually, I am. That's like my second favorite, bro. And then that's followed by strawberry. And that's about it. I ain't fucking with them other flavors.
The
bro.
chocolate sundae, little sundae wouldn't be good too.
Nah, that shit fucked my stomach up. I was like, time out, bathroom break.
Don't eat the Apple Jacks ones. Those are bad.
Shit, I didn't even know they had that. That's how nasty that shit probably is. So no, I'm good. Like I'm good, man. But I actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna go Georgia Tech in this one, man. I mean, finished the season out strong. It didn't go the way you wanted to go, but I'm a pick Georgia Tech.
Haynes King gets redemption and runs all over BYU's defense just like Texas Tech did. Give me the Yellow Jackets.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's kind of weird. They got like a couple bowl games in the same stadium. That's kind of weird.
That is odd. I don't feel like they used to do that.
No, it's like everybody had their own thing, you know. All right, man. We got the Gator Bowl, man. I'm going with Mizzou in this one, man.
I like what Virginia did, but they can't compete with Missouri. I like Missouri in this one.
Yeah, especially well, I don't know if they quarterback playing because there's a report out there that said he going to the transfer portal. So I don't know.
Why would you leave? That's a good spot to be in.
I don't know,
man.
Maybe
is Hardy coming back?
I don't think so. I don't think he should. He's gonna be one of the top 3 running backs in the draft. Period. So, like, I mean, you're gonna have Jeremiah Love. He's probably gonna be number 1, right? And then number 2 could be Hardy, if you really want to go there. So I would go pro right now because, quite frankly,
your draft stock's high.
Yeah, you could
high
be
enough.
Pick. He could be because Love's obviously going in the first round, right? But it's a bunch of teams like in the late 17 to 32 first round picks, right? You need a running back that's dynamic, that's fast, pretty good with pass blocking. So it could work out, man. I think Virginia's got a good running back too, by the way. So we can see that. I don't know, but I got the Tigers in this
one. I agree.
I think Justice Hayes he could definitely be a good running back.
Man, he ain't gonna be the third. He ain't gonna be the third best running back. I don't think though. They got some other really good ones that we haven't really talked about.
Yeah, but I think he'd be a good steal though, because he's really like he might be like uh, a smaller size back, but we've seen guys like that do really good in the NFL, man. Especially carving out a role within whatever team they're on. I could see him being a steal though. All right, man. So this is one of my favorite bowl games in
The
history.
Alamo, hey, they've had some good Alamo Bowls over the years, though.
Yeah, the Alamo Bowl has been really good, man. I remember UCF against Baylor. That shit was good. Oregon going against TCU a few years ago. That was like a double overtime thriller. So it's been some good games recently, man. So I actually think that I want to go with TCU here.
TCU's quarterback's transferring.
Well, then I'm going USC because they got it.
Yeah, and
They,
they're getting my Avo or whatever. He's really good at USC, and he's
yeah,
coming back next year. So give me USC. I actually like what Lincoln Riley's doing. They actually starting to like look good. Who?
yeah. I
Hoover.
think that's the quarterback for TCU.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So I got USC in this one too, man. I think it'd be 9 wins for Lincoln Riley.
Dean was talking about this one. He's like, "Yo, I kind of wish Vandy would have made the playoff because I'm not trying to play them."
Man, so all right, so this one's gonna be actually like it might be boring to watch because they probably just gonna run the ball a lot, and it's gonna be some pulling guards and tackles and shit like that. But this could be really fun game to watch, man, because uh Iowa plays really good defense. Like yearly, they play really good defense. Offense, not so much. So I really want to see what they do to Diego Papia, man, because he's a real magician in the backfield and he's good with that eye candy, man. So I really want to see what they do against him, man. So I'm gonna go Vandy because I really like I like Diego Papia, man. He's got some
Got some
arrogance
juice.
to him.
Got
He's
some
got some
juice.
arrogance to him, but I like it though. I like his
I was about to
confidence.
say. I wanted to see if you were going to try to piss Chris off, but I'm gonna go with
No,
Vandy.
no, not
I like Vandy in this one.
yeah, not this time. I really like Diego Papi, man. I hope he wins this lawsuit, man, because he deserves to get another shot, even though he used some of his eligibility in junior college. I really want him to get an opportunity to play at least another year, just to see what he can do, right? But I think they have too much offense to really like do. They're gonna do a lot to Iowa. They don't have the offense to do anything. Like if you talk about somebody that needs an offensive overhaul, it's definitely like
Offensive change of culture.
yeah, like yo, this ain't 2003 no more, bro. You ain't winning no games 10-3 no more, bro. If you're scoring 10 points in a game nowadays, bro, you ain't gonna be coaching too much. You're gonna be like Trent Dilfer right now, bro.
Oops.
Like, then that's turn, right? All right, so let's get
Oh,
into some college football playoff stuff. So we got Miami taking on Ohio State in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, right? So that's at I want to say that's at AT&T Stadium. So I wish they played at the real Cotton Bowl. That should be dope.
oh,
But
that'd be dope.
yeah, but that's okay. Jerry Jones paid like 800 million to build this motherfucker, so you might as well play everything in it, right? So that's okay, right? So I'm actually thinking, man, I want to pick Miami because I feel like their pass rush is fucking nuts. And Julian Sand might have struggled against Indiana, but this is not a pass rush that's like Indiana's, right? This looked like they're a little bit way more aggressive than what Indiana is. But what's keeping me from picking Miami is the fact that they got weapons on Ohio State, and their quarterback is capable of actually dicing you up, right? Like he can beat you with his arm, flat, right? So it's a balancing act to me, right? because you don't really have to worry about Julian Sands' legs as much as you did Marcel Reed, right? But if you don't get there, they got weapons to tear you to pieces. All right. So I'm gonna take the safe pick here. I'm gonna take Ohio State, man. But don't
Give
be
credit where
surprised. Huh?
give Ohio State's defense some credit. Matt Patricia has been cooking all year. Don't be surprised. Like CS Smooth just said, if they come in like Ohio State's defense ain't gonna play that, bro. Ohio State's defense is good. So if Miami comes out flat or anything like last week, Ohio State is gonna put belt to ass. Because Ohio State got weapons from top to bottom. And defensively, they're really good. Having Caleb Downs as your freaking captain back there, yeah. Give me Ohio State. I think they just have too much.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking. Because that's what I was thinking, see that Smooth. I was like, man, their defense is good and they could get after Julian Sand. But offensively, what are you gonna do when they start scoring on you though? I
And they
don't
can
know.
score.
Yeah, so I don't. That's where I'm like, I don't want to pick them because I'm like, I don't know what y'all gonna do on offense, man. But like I said, me and my little brother got in an argument, man, earlier today because he was like, man, Caleb Downs, he was going because he's a Rams fan, so he was talking about like the mock draft, and some people got Caleb Downs falling to 9, and I was like, are you fucking serious? Caleb Downs ain't falling in 09. He gonna at least be top 5, bro. And if I'm the Titans, I actually think about drafting him 1 if I get the first overall pick. Because you got your quarterback on offense, right? So why not get your quarterback on defense?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It works out for me. Like I said, build that shit from the back to the front, man. Sometimes you got to do it that way, man. Take the best player available if your team is ass. Okay. I mean, it ain't rocket science. Y'all ass either way. If you took lineman, you was gonna be ass because you ain't got no defensive lineman. And what's the point of drafting a receiver, bro? Like we got into a serious draft argument today, man. Talking about the Browns should draft Carnell Tate. I was like, yo, why would you draft Carnell Tate and you ain't got no line?
You need offensive line help. Defensively, you're set. You need to give Sanders protection. You got
You need more.
But you have decent weapons at receiver. I just played with the Browns today and I won. So like you got decent enough weapons to where you need to get a stud offensive lineman in the first round. You have to.
Yeah, man. Like I was like, dude, you tripping. Like you gonna get more makeup for an ugly girl? Like you need
put makeup on a pig, bro. Still a pig, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Or just drop the guy that Myles Garrett wants. That might be a good idea too.
At this point, yeah, do that.
Yeah, like because clearly they don't get it. All right, so we got Texas Tech going against Oregon. I actually like this game a lot. I don't really know what to expect, but I want to go with the Red Raiders because I want to see them win, right? Now that might not be the scholastic answer that people be looking for, right? But I really like what Texas A&M or Texas Tech can do. All right, I like what they do on defense. I like their offense as well, man. Their quarterback seems to really have an idea of the offense and how he wants to attack, right? And Oregon gave up 31 to James Madison, right? And they struggled to get that 31. I don't see Texas Tech struggling to get that 31. I don't see it, right? And yeah, you could say like, oh, they might have pulled their starters, man. I don't care, bro. If you really wanted to really stick a point in them, you didn't really cut the head off the snake of James Madison because they still got 31 on you. All right. That's a problem. All right. If their team can get 31 and stop you from getting 50, how many points do you actually score against them? So I'm going Red Raiders in this.
So the inner child in me, because I grew up really liking Texas Tech, because I'm a huge Mike Leach guy. I love Graham Harrell. I love Michael Crabtree. I watched that upset against Texas live as a kid. I remember staying up late and watching Crabtree break the tackle and
Me
get in the
too.
end zone. One of the most exciting finishes to a game I've ever watched in my life. I'm so happy I watched it. I love Texas Tech. I've been talking about Texas Tech for 6, 7, 8 months now. You can go back and watch. Or you can just ask that man right below me. I've been talking about Texas Tech for a while. I really like what they're doing. Love Jacob Rodriguez. I love their offense. They can score. I would love to see them win. But if I'm going to look at this from an analytical standpoint, just talent, I think Oregon just has too much. I think Texas Tech will score, but I think Oregon cleans things up. I think they continue to put their foot on the gas. Dante Moore needs to cut back on those turnovers. He had 2 of them, probably more likely in garbage time. You can't turn the ball over. You got guys who can run the ball, run the damn ball, and do what you got to do. I think that this could be a high-scoring game. I could see them giving up 30 points, but I think Oregon just has a little too much. I would love to see Texas Tech advance, and I wouldn't be mad if they don't, but I'm going Oregon. I think Oregon, I'd say 42-28.
See, I'm just not sold on Dante Moore yet, man. And he's still a little bit loose with the football, man. And the more possessions you give Texas Tech, the worse it's gonna get for you. So I'm not sold on him yet. But we should see. It should be a good game. Orange Bowl has always been kind of good, depending on the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
The
man.
Rose Bowl.
All right, so look at that. Look at that damn setting, man. That's just beautiful, right?
It's
That's
so
just,
weird seeing it where it's not like the Pac-12 and the Big Ten team, though. It's so weird.
yeah, it is. It is,
It's
man.
odd.
It sucks, man. But you know what? It's good we got one Big Ten team in there. You know, that keeps that side pretty good. You know, but so for me, this game is wild when you think about the storylines, right? Because Kane Walmack and Kalen DeBoer both coached at Indiana. Kurt Signetti was the receivers coach under Nick Saban, right? So it's crazy storylines in this game, right? And the second half of the Alabama game, right, against Oklahoma, would say that, hey, you could see some good in it, right? But I've seen Indiana play this season, right? And they could beat you different ways, right? Oh my God, here you go. Here you go, man. You said that with Oklahoma too. And it didn't look that good in the second half either.
You need to
Right?
worry about your team and what they got going on, bro.
Exactly.
Y'all
Yeah.
got too much going on for you to be worrying
Yeah.
about Alabama.
Never double snow bunny. Remember that.
Use that.
But yeah, so here's my thing, man. So I think Alabama wins this game, right? In a sense that it's it's about Mendoza. Hey man, we ended up with like 50 in that game, bro. It worked some way. We ended up with like 50 yards in that game, right? If we can do that again, that helps the passing game, right? So that's my whole thing. All right. So I'm looking at it from the standpoint of Mendoza. Okay. So we know Mateer affects the games with his legs, right? It's a serious thing. Okay. But Mendoza's in the pocket, right? He's almost like a surgeon back there, right? And when we turned up the pressure on Mateer, we really, really got there, right? Whether it be inside, outside, we really, really got there. And I think that plays in our favor of slowing them down, right? And that's how I think we win this game, right? I think we win this game almost like in a boa constrictor type way, right? I don't think we can go blow for blow with them in a shootout, 50 to 50, right? But I think if we take the air out of their offense by slowing them down, by continuously putting pressure on Mendoza, I think that's the key, right? But we got to get there because if we don't, he's got the ability to kill us like systematically, right? You got weapons on the outside. They run the ball really good. So we have to turn up the pressure on him early. That's how we win, right? Now, everybody knows how we lose, right? This is how we lose this game, right? We don't get no pressure. We come out and play zone all game, right? And we don't run the ball. And then Indiana starts to tee off on us, right? But it's one player's absence on Indiana that I think gives us the edge here, right? And that's their defensive end who got hurt celebrating with the fans. Is number 8 or something. But he's one of the best defensive ends in the Big Ten this year, right? And not having that impact player on defense is something that's going to hurt them, right? Because if you don't have nobody chasing Ty Simpson, he going to pick you apart too. So I think that's something people aren't talking about. So that's my take on it.
I think something people aren't talking about. I think another difference maker in this game is Kalen DeBoer has been here before. Kalen DeBoer has been to a national championship. And it seems like every time the media and everybody else wants to push him down, saying that he can't get it done, he adjusts and he gets it done. And he looks pretty damn comfortable getting it done too. I'm sorry. I love what Indiana's doing. But that talent discrepancy, like I understand they beat Ohio State, but it was pretty much a meaningless. It was a meaningless game. Both teams were going to be in the playoffs. Alabama found something in that last game. I think they found something. They're going to run with that. And I just think Alabama's so talented on defense. I think they're going to, if Bama gets to him early, that's going to completely derail whatever Indiana's got planned offensively because he can't go anywhere. Now, I'm not saying they're going to rough him up early, but I think they're going to definitely dial up pressure. You're bringing 4 or 5 guys early on easily because you want to rattle him a little bit because the secondary is going to adjust and do what they have to do. I think Indiana plays a good game. I don't think it's a blowout or anything like that. I think it's a one-possession game, but I've got Bama. I just think talent, experience, and coaching play the difference in how they win.
Yeah, man. Like, and I think a lot of people look at Indiana in a sense like, oh, they're Indiana, right? This ain't your daddy's Indiana, right? This not that same team, right? But at some point, the talent discrepancy shows. All right. And yeah, your defense played lights out against Ohio State, right? They played really good. But I will say that you wouldn't do that again. If you played Ohio State again, you're not.
They would shut that down. They gonna turn that switch up on you.
Yeah, you're not holding them to 10 points, right? And shout out to them for doing it. But I don't think if they play that game tomorrow, I don't think they hold Ohio State to 10 points. I just don't.
They don't.
I don't. So, and the fact that your quarterback really hasn't played a pass rush like that, that's really creative in getting pressure from anywhere. You know, like Mateer was looking like a deer in headlights, bro. And
that's a guy who can actually run.
Yes, right?
So what do you think about a guy who's constricted to the pocket?
You know, so I think about it outside of being a fan of the team. I'm just looking at the matchup between the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator, right? And when I'm looking at it, I just don't see Mendoza responding to that pressure early in a good way, right? I don't see it. Right. And like I said, it's a lot more into this game than just the players. The coaches really want to they want to win it either way, you know. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a very beautiful environment, right? I love the fact that it's played in Pasadena because the last time Alabama was here, we had to play that shit in Texas, and that shit just didn't feel right. So I'm excited. I'm excited, man. But give me Alabama, and that's pretty much it, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited. Honestly, I don't care. I care who wins, but I really just want to see a good Rose Bowl, man, because it's been a while. All right, man. So So I had to look at the outside of the Superdome because nobody cared really about the inside. It's the outside, man. That skyline behind the Superdome. And actually, I really should have got the picture at night. That shit's fucking beautiful.
It is. It's
Right?
cool.
The lights on the outside of the stadium, that shit's fucking beautiful, right? So we already know the Sugar Bowl is in New Orleans. It's one of the most important bowl games ever. It's like what, part of the Big Four? You got the Fiesta
Mm-hmm.
Bowl, Orange Bowl, Sugar Bowl, and what's the other one? Fiesta? Did I say the Fiesta Bowl?
Cotton Bowl, Sugar Bowl,
Cotton Bowl?
Orange Bowl.
Huh?
I don't think the Alamo Bowl was that. Is there something else?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Rose Bowl.
Rose Bowl, yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it's about your Big Four, right? So this is a matchup that we've seen already, right? But Georgia's coming into this one, man. Man, because Ole Miss was giving them the business. Like they were giving them the business in that first matchup, man. They were going blow for blow, back to back, right? And then Georgia tightened up that defense a little bit, and that's pretty much how they won, right? But I think you look back at this game, right? If you're Pete Golden, and I think you get aggressive with your play call. I think you
Yeah, you
turned it
got to.
up.
You got to go for the jugular.
Yeah, I think not on offense. I think on defense you get a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah,
And
you
you
have
go
to.
after Stockton a little
You
bit.
got to make him uncomfortable early.
Yeah, because he hasn't developed that much as a passer, although he's gotten really good. He's got better.
He has gotten a lot better though. We got to give
Yeah,
credit where it's due.
yeah, he's gotten better. But
Mm-hmm.
you can still upset the balance of power with him if
Yeah,
you affect
you
him,
got to do
right?
it early.
But the key that I think Georgia still wins this game is his legs, man. That +1 formation, right? Where you got to account for his legs. And he doesn't just pick up yards, he picks up chunks, right? And he's so tough that he can actually fall forward for even more yards, right? And I think the ball control that Georgia's going to put in this game, I think they get it done just with that alone. I think they dominate time of possession, and it affects the play calling for Ole Miss to try to strike fast. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I like Georgia in this one.
I'll go out and say I think Georgia's the best team in the country, just top to bottom. But we disrespected Ole Miss last week, and I have to sincerely apologize for that because we thought that Lane not being there was going to make a difference. It did not. Now I think Georgia is obviously a much different team, but man, I just don't think we can deny like this team didn't skip a beat last week. Having Charlie Weiss Jr. in the building still, having Golden still running that defense, and man, I think Ole Miss is dangerous. I think they're dangerous because they don't think they really lost their identity. They've just embraced, hey, people don't know what they expect from us. Lane's gone, so we're gonna go and we're gonna punch whoever we get in the mouth, and we're gonna try to win this game. I really like Trinidad Chambliss. I hope they lose at some point, so he gets an extra year of eligibility. He comes to LSU. That'd be great. I'm going the upset, bro. I'm going Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss gets it done this time. I don't think it's by much. I think Georgia still does what they want to do. I think Georgia's a better team, but I'm gonna go the Rebels here. Probably a dumb pick, but I'm going different. I don't want to be the same all across the board.
All right, no, that's fair. All right.
Although I do think Georgia wins, though. My gut's telling me Georgia, but this is gonna be a game.
All right, so let's pick the FCS championship, man. So we got State, Minnesota, not Minnesota, but we got
Minnesota State.
yeah, we got Montana State, man, going against Illinois State, man, and a pretty good matchup, man. A matchup you won't see that often. So I don't know, man. I want to go with the hot shot, but I also like the underdog too. So I'm going with Illinois State. I thought them beating North Dakota State and earlier in the playoffs set this in motion, man. And I think they're going to give them a little bit of a dose of their own medicine, man. I like the fact that dude rushed for $155, and I think that's going to keep them off the field, right? And that makes this game fun, man. So I'm going Illinois State this one. Dude, what you got?
I love the story of Illinois State, but I think Montana State's in a groove. I think they are right where they want to be. They're exactly the team they want to be when they want to be. Give me Montana State. I think they're just the best team in FCS, and I'm gonna stand on it.
All right, cool, man. Hey, you ain't gonna argue with me. I like that too. I like them too, man. So it'll be fun. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, man. We're gonna get into our NFL stuff, man. We got some stuff to talk about. So it's gonna be fun. We'll see y'all.
I'll run the network commercial real quick.
All right.
There we go.
All right, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that song. That's called The Playmaker.
Fire.
Yeah, that's called The Playmaker, man. I got a whole video to that too.
Oh damn! I don't feel good about Ole Miss winning that game. That touchdown Troop picked them too.
Yeah, they might get boat race. Yeah, he got bad news, man. He a bad news picker, bro. You do not
Bad
like
news Bears, bro.
Yeah, you don't do him. So this game right here, man, Rams and Seahawks, man. I watched this with
The
my little
Darnold
brother.
train.
Yeah, I watched this with my little brother, man, and he was like,
I know he was pissed.
man. Yeah, he was pissed off, man. But I told him, I was like, man, Seattle good though, man. They good. Y'all good too. But I told him, I was like, man, Darnold is on a mission, dog. He's trying to prove everybody wrong, man. You understand this guy played with the Jets, the Panthers, and the Niners, right? So all of them teams passed on him because they all didn't want to give him the necessary resources to win, right? So now that he got the necessary resources to win, including receivers to throw to, right? Multiple. He got the running back to throw to, man. We got the running back to run, man. So like he's got a lot of stuff going on, man, and I like it, right? So I've kind of like I first I really liked Puka Nakua, man. I really did, right? But the way he be talking and the way
he's the villain now.
He just like
he kind of getting that hothead now.
Yeah, man. And
he thinks he's the best.
The special teams coordinator.
They did. They fired him.
God damn.
Have they screwed the pooch on special teams in this game?
God damn. Well, sometimes you gotta do your job correctly, or they gonna fire you. You know, so hopefully he was compensated for his time. Let's just say that. So, but my whole thing is, man, when you look at the Seahawks, man, they got a lot, man. When you look at Puka Nacua, man, like, yeah, you're good, dog, but you ain't gotta just be out here talking crazy, all right? And that's the whole thing, man. You just be out here talking crazy about things that you can tell he ain't informed about. You know, and that's the whole thing, man. Like, if you out here talking and you know what you're talking about, cool. But if you don't, man, sometimes you just gotta not say nothing.
Yeah, he talked too much.
Yeah, like, you know, like, all right, you got 12 for 200. That's cool, man. Right? But it's just the off the field stuff that I'm just like, yo, you're doing too much now, man. All right, you good and you know you good, right? But you ain't gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on,
Like, what
man.
we doing?
And then like the whole paternity thing, like, oh, I don't think I want to get married because you fucked around and had a kid with somebody, and then it turned out that you actually were the dad of the kid, bro. Like, come on, dog.
I
You gotta
mean,
know who you dealing with anyway.
but
You know what I'm saying?
my biggest thing is, and I haven't lost confidence in him. One, shout out to Matthew Stafford. For all the people in the comments on the post I made saying Stafford should not be in the MVP conversation, sit your ass down. The dude is on another level at his
Yeah.
age is insane. 457 and 3 tutties. That's MVP. I think Matthew Stafford's the MVP. That's just my personal opinion. I picked the Rams this game because I was kind of drinking a little bit of Kool-Aid. I like Seattle, but I just don't know if they can get it done. Darnold did what he had to do, turn the ball over a few times, but I love Seattle's defense. I know they gave up 37, but having guys like Woolen and all those guys back there, I love their defensive front. Seattle has an identity, bro. They are good on both sides of the ball, and I don't see many weaknesses. I love what Mike McDonald's done. Y'all should have never let that man leave the building. That was terrible, Cam. But
Yeah.
I really like Seattle. I really like the Seahawks. Now, I feel like if they play again, I think the Rams can get the best of them. But Seattle's dangerous, man. They can win in many different facets. If they need defense to step up, they're going to step up. If they need Darnold to come through in the clutch, he will. If you need JSN to catch, Seattle's dangerous. Give credit where it's due to the Rams, but like Seattle wanted this win, and they clinched the playoff spot. They're playoff bound, and that's going to be a dangerous team in the NFC.
Yeah, I agree. And they ain't have Devontae Adams either in the game either, so that kind of helps. That kind of helps you a lot too. So, but like I said, Seattle did their thing, man. I agree. Man. I think he's good. Corum's good too, man. He's good. Like they really need to use him a lot more.
He's had a really good thing in the last month or so. I think people are trying to elevate him, saying he's this, and this. I'm like, let him play some more games first. You know what I mean? Like, he's good, but I want to see a larger sample size from him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. But
I like him though.
Stafford should be an MVP conversation. I mean, he did all of that. He did almost 500 yards with no interception.
I don't know about you, but he's my MVP favorite. Like, if I had to pick a guy right now and I had a vote, that's my vote. I just think what he's doing at his age is crazy, bro.
I like y'all quarterback.
I like what Drake May's doing too, but I feel like they're gonna if it comes down to him and Allen, they're gonna give it to Allen again because they in love with Josh Allen.
You know, we talked about Josh Allen, right? And I was just like talking as a hater, right? But I really had to look at what his stats are, right? And he's not only affecting winning with his arm, he's got like almost 700 rushing yards. Like
who are we talking about?
Josh Allen.
Yeah, right? I agree.
Like and that's crazy production, man. So like when you talk about the most valuable player, right? Yeah, him and Stafford should be 1 and 2 right now because he's really, really dominating And it may not be wins all the time, but he's affecting the game in a major way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've had to really kind of just like pay attention to what he's doing because I admit sometimes I'm a little racist when it comes to dual threat quarterbacks, right? Because usually they just black dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
My bad, you know? I'm sorry. But I really had to pay attention. This dude is a real dual threat quarterback, bro. He's out of this world, bro. And James Cook is okay, but having your quarterback affect the run as well as he does too is crazy.
They barely squeaked out. They probably should have lost that game today. To say you only won that game by 3, that was very close.
Yeah, no, but I mean, look, if we talking on a week to week basis, right? You're gonna have ups and downs, bro. You are.
And
It's
Buffalo's had
just
plenty of them.
yeah. So I mean, but the thing is, dog, he ain't gotta go through Mahomes this year.
That's why I said, bro, me and you were talking about conspiracies last week. Man, look, but guess what? Let Buffalo make it. I want us to make it. Obviously, I think we're the better team, but like, let them make it just so they can get embarrassed and put back down. Like after they lost 4 in a row. That's how I feel. I don't like Buffalo.
Lose 5, bro. Oh my god.
Hey, hey, if we don't make it for whatever reason, if my Patriots don't make it and they make it, I don't give it. Boy, I hope whoever comes out of the NFC puts a freaking Legion of Boom whooping on them like they did to Peyton Manning. That's what I want to see.
Yo, you know what? You know what the most logical Super Bowl is to where the Bills just win and like you know it's gonna happen. Bills and Panthers.
Yeah. They end the lead in the NFC South.
Yeah,
That's the
Bills
only
and Panthers.
almost. That's the only game that I'd be like, yeah, they're definitely the favorite.
That's the most logical
Anybody
thing.
else? Anybody else? I just don't think that way. The NFC's good this year.
Yeah,
Like
man.
the teams that are good are good.
Speaking of Panthers,
The
man.
Panthers! What is going on, bro? Tampa has completely fallen apart in the last month or so, bro. What are we doing?
Bryce Young, Bryce
Is
Young and the Panthers won this game with Dowdle giving you 29 yards.
and
Bryce was under 200. T Mac
McMillan
had
didn't catch on.
73 and a touchdown, right? But less than 300 yards of offense across the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's crazy work to me, man.
They played a clean game for the most part, though. No
Yes, they
turnovers.
did. I wouldn't say all that, but it does
No.
have some. That does have
But
some.
every division goes through a low from time to time. The NFC South's been there. The NFC West was there. Like they've had a lot of divisions that just
Yeah,
go through the
the NFC
low.
West, man. The last time my Rams were in the playoff hunt, bro, the Seahawks won that motherfucker at 7-9.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that year. That was bad.
Oh yeah, Beast Mode. My bad.
Beastquake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Beast
remember?
Mode.
Yeah, remember when we had Matt on? You're like, damn, bro, you just bringing up all of my horrible memories that I don't like to talk about. Thanks.
Well, shit, it started with me. Shit, we should have beat the shit out of them, man.
Mhm.
We wait till the last season, wait till the last game of the season, and look like we don't belong in the playoffs. But,
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Carolina though, man. Or like Andrew says, the Charlotte Panthers.
Yeah, because they good, man. They're a good team, man. They just ahead of schedule, but if they make the playoffs, man, anything can happen. Fuck.
There are a couple people there are a couple pieces away from being a really good team.
Yeah, man, and I'm glad they believed in Bryce Young, man, and didn't go
Because it
no
wasn't
more.
looking good.
Yeah, man, but shit, you couldn't look good at all when the Saints rush you and there's 5 people in the backfield already just surrounding this little bitty dude. I was like, yo,
Like we
y'all
can't be
gotta
doing
help this brother out, man. That was
that.
embarrassing. Shit, but hey, man, they in the playoff hunt, man. So hey, the Packers, man.
Told you, bro. I told you I wasn't sold on them, bro.
I ain't sold neither, man.
I picked the Bears, bro. Bro, we've been saying this all year.
Man, I don't know why
We
they
literally been saying this all year, bro.
I don't know why they even got fucking Raheem Morris. I keep trying to tell y'all, yes, I am the guy that loves the black
You was
coaches,
better off.
man.
You was better off hiring Frank Reich for all that.
I'm telling y'all,
Like,
I'm the guy that loves black coaches, man. I want them to have as many opportunities as possible, right?
just hire Brian Flores for all that. If you want a brother, like,
But Raheem Morris was
it's
so
ass.
bad with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I
You
don't understand why you would even revisit that. It
You
makes
should have
no
just
sense.
you should have just hired Bill when you had him in the building, bro. Like just hire
Like,
Bill.
yeah, man, okay, Bill beat you in the Super Bowl. He beat a lot of people in the Super Bowl, okay? So, like, I don't understand. You gotta let that go, man.
Arthur Blank, you got to get it together,
But
bro.
Arthur Blank, she should know better, man. You seen that Raheem Morris with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
But
run, and like you seen it, it was
but
terrible.
like if not you close in it was in the same division.
That's
You
what I'm
seen bro
saying.
2 times a year. Like what the fuck are we doing? They
Yeah,
ain't gonna do it though.
Brian Flores had like the year Sam Darnold was with the Vikings, bro. That defense was really good, bro.
What pisses me off about Flores is Flores was doing good in Miami. They shit happened and they let him go. Like he was doing good work. I love Brian Flores, not just because he's a Patriots guy, but I like what he does. I like his energy. He's just very like, does what he has to do.
Yeah, shit. He ain't want to draft Tua, and that sounds like a good idea.
He sure the hell didn't.
Yeah,
Tua turned the ball over.
yeah, and it sounds like a good idea right now, man. And don't get me wrong, I love me some Tua, man, but it ain't looking too good right now, man.
There's a scenario. Whoever's not, whether you're watching audio or video, well, we going back to the last game. Oh, wait, what happened? Okay, wait.
Where's we at?
Next game?
No, he's right here.
Oh, okay. About to say. The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears
What up,
11-4. What's up, Chris? 11-4, bro. Chicago is good. The Bears are good.
I told you, man. I told you. I said, look, Caleb Williams, potential wise, right? Like honestly, talent wise too, is probably the best quarterback that the Bears have had in a very long time.
Ever.
Like ever. You know what I'm saying?
Easily ever. You ain't got to sugarcoat it, Cam. It's ever.
That's better than Cutler. That's better than McMahon. That's better than Jim Marshall. That's better than Bobby Douglas, right? That's better than
Rex
like,
Grossman.
Rex Grossman, right? Who got to a Super Bowl, right? Believe it or not.
Kyle
right?
Orton.
Like, whatever. Whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Blow, insert name, whatever you want to call it, right?
Insert Mr. Fingernail Polish.
Man, dog. Like, dude, nasty, man. I'm telling you, man. Any throw you want to make, he can do it. All right. Off any platform, going backwards, running around, he can make any throw anywhere. All right. And he's accurate with it too. That's the crazy thing about it, man. So the Bears did right by drafting him first overall, man, because you needed it. It's higher than that, Chris. It's like 68 at that point.
They were dumb for signing that extension was a horrible idea. We said it when it happened. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Well, all right. So at the time, bro, he had just come off the playoffs, right? If we talking about Tua, right? He had just come off the playoff run, and then he started getting fucked up. Like that's what made it crazy to me. I didn't disagree with the extension because you needed to lock up your quarterback, but they gave it to him, and then he started getting fucked up with these concussions and shit. So yeah, man. Like Caleb Williams has a crazy quick release, bro.
Hey,
like,
but that offensive line, they rehauled the entire thing.
Yeah, so
they took care of that right away.
So it's working, man, and this is what you want, man. Caleb Williams is a nasty dude. Now, this game right here, though, like seriously, the penalties That's an issue.
10 for 105 is unreal and
That
not good.
gets you.
That's
That gets
sloppy.
you beat in the playoffs. All right.
That third down conversion's horrible too. 2 for 11 is terrible.
Yeah. So that gets
Gotta
you.
clean that up.
So that's what I would have fixed for them if I was moving forward. Right. That's something I gotta fix. Got to. So but shout out to the Bears, bro.
The Bears.
They in first place in the NFC North. So what can you really say, man?
Shout out to the Indiana Bears.
Yeah, that shit ass. That's a Madden shit. All right, man. So
there's actually a path. There's a path for Jacksonville to get the number 1 seed. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I seen it earlier. I wish I would have clipped the picture. There's actually a scenario where Jacksonville could get the number 1 seed. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, people was calling him Aaron Rodgers, but I heard a lot of people talking about the NFC's version of Mahomes, man. Just that crazy throwing motion, man, being able to throw off platform, just doing crazy shit in the pocket like that. But I like Aaron Rodgers a little bit more than Patrick Mahomes.
We're up on y'all 13-10 with 7:43 in the third quarter.
Yeah, our playoff folks is over. I'm not even you know what? I'm not even mad about this season as a Ravens fan. Because considering how this motherfucker started, and the fact that we actually got back to 500 shows that we actually got some talent on this team, bro. But fuck it, man. I ain't worried about that shit.
Chris said,
I got bigger fish to fry.
Chris said he thought the winner of the AFC South would have been worse than 500. I don't think we had Jacksonville. I don't think we had them winning. But, man, I think we must have had them at least in second place, huh? Did we have the Jags in second?
Well,
I know they weren't last.
Because we figured they was going to be ass, right?
I think we were kind of concerned about the Colts. I think we had Jacksonville in second because we didn't know what they was going to have at quarterback.
Jacksonville second because we knew that Anthony Richardson was going to be ass.
And we didn't know Daniel Jones was going to be dropping dimes.
Yeah, we didn't know that at first, right? But I think we picked Houston, though, to win because they were the more complete team.
But I thought we felt good about Jacksonville, though. I thought we were like, okay, well, they might be able to do something. I don't think we expected this by any means, but
I just think it's because they got an identity, man. I mean, Mr. Duval or whatever.
Duval.
like he's an interesting cat, man. But guess what, man? It works.
The lies and deceit worked.
It worked, man. Well, I didn't think it was gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna be like that, Chris. I didn't think the division was gonna be that.
No,
bad.
I think somebody. I don't think we thought that either. Shout out to See That's Movie. Says he had them going 10-7. I mean, that's not bad. I thought Jacksonville was definitely gonna improve. I didn't feel like they got worse in any statistic. You know what I mean? They got way better, especially just talent wise. They got better.
Yeah, he just needed a plan. You know, he just needed a system that worked for him.
But who is Washington for the Jaguars? This dude freaking went off.
Bro, he like the fourth receiver on the depth chart.
Dude,
bro.
6 for 145, and that's like me and you playing back and be like, yo, I know this dude's good. His overall sucks, but I'm gonna move him up to 1 or 2 in the depth chart, and he gonna ball out.
That's literally what happens every time I play Madden, bro. Parker Washington's pretty fucking good, bro. He's just 4th or 5th on the depth chart, but he good as hell though. So that don't surprise me that he got off because he's good as hell. Man.
And they just extended Jacoby Myers. They just gave him a good extension.
There's another dude they got on the depth chart. All right, man. So
Detroit's out the playoffs, bro. They're pretty much out. They have a 16% chance to make it in at this point.
Bro, did you think that those offensive coordinators leaving would be this bad for this team, bro?
Defensively, I don't think defense has been the sole problem. I felt I forget dude's name from LSU. He's the defensive coordinator. I always forget Kelvin Shepard. I feel like he's done an okay job. offensively, man, it's been so up and down, man. Like what was it last week? Golf balled out again this week, but he had 2 guys over like $150 receiving. But their run game has been non-existent. They can't run the ball, not consistently at all, and that's hurt them bad. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, bro. He did like an 8-yard run, and that shit looked like it was 2-3 yards or some shit like that. Like he do not need to be running at all, man.
Football needs to go back to the nursing home.
Yeah, bro. But hey, he got the Steelers at 9-6, bro, and that's crazy coming off of Achilles injury. So,
hey,
but they doing anything, man, and they run the ball pretty good.
I'm so mad at Detroit though, man. I'm so mad. Like, dude, this team's way too good to be in this boat. 8-7 is ridiculous, even without your coordinators. This team's too damn good.
Yeah,
Hutchinson's playing.
Play good.
And Campbell, like, dude, like they have great players defensively. Hutchinson's healthy. Campbell's a studded linebacker. Offensively, they just struggle, like running the ball. They have like what is going on?
Hey, bro, it's been longer than that, dog. It's people, grandparents. They ain't never seen the damn Lions do anything. So, like 15 plus years is crazy, bro.
At least you're not a Bears fan. Y'all really hate Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. So, but goddamn.
Just sucks. Kudos to Pittsburgh. They're getting it done, and Rodgers is playing above average, like really good. But man, Detroit, man, that just sucks. Because man, if that window is shut, that sucks. Because this team is too damn good to not be in the playoffs.
Here's the thing, right? So you look at the NFC North in a vacuum, right? So the Bears have now figured out quarterback for the next 11 years, right? Then you got Green Bay. They have a sustainable quarterback situation with Love, right? And then you look at the Vikings.
They
At the
don't
top,
know.
right? So when you look at Detroit, who are they closer to?
Talent-wise, they're closer to both of the top teams, but coaching is what's killing them offensively.
Exactly. So you looking at a situation where you're looking at this team and you gotta think, nah, man, he ain't Jeff Okuda.
No, dude, that's disrespectful. He's good, bro. That's wrong.
Nah, I can't let you do that, man. I can't.
That's a bit of a reach.
I think Okuda, man, like when they drafted him third, I was like, okay, maybe. But after 3 years and not doing shit, I don't know. You got to give him one more year. One more year. Well, you gave Okuda like 3, so you got to give Terry Arnold like a third year. Let's see what's going on.
What pisses me off about Detroit is Goff continues to ball. Goff continues to ball. I made a short earlier. It showed that trade, and pretty much it showed obviously the Rams got Stafford and all the great players that the Lions got in draft picks. I look at it like the Rams won a Super Bowl immediately. You look at the players they got back, you'd say Detroit wins the trade. But in hindsight, the caption I put for it, and I'll ask you, does this count as a loss? Like you lost the trade if you never won a Super Bowl with this team? Because the Rams, the Rams turned it into Super Bowl. The Lions got so much more back, but they're not getting it done.
So it counts as a loss, not because of what you got back or whatever, but it counts as a loss because you had an opportunity to win before your division got better.
Mm-hmm.
And now that the division's getting better, and you losing coordinators because you're good, by the way, not because you're just losing them, right? But you regress so much that now it's gonna be hard to catch everybody else. You know? I mean, you can look at it like that, but I just think it's not just what the Rams are doing. It's just the fact that the division has gotten better.
They
Bro.
they 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 dicked around too long. Like 2 years ago, like when this team first started really balling out, I say between that year and I know last year you didn't have Hutchinson, but that was your best chance to win a Super Bowl. I think I picked Detroit to win the Super Bowl like twice in this 3 years that they've been really doing well, and it's just kicking me in the butt. It was 95 chance percent. Yeah, and there's 16% chance for Detroit to make it. Not saying it's impossible, but I feel like that window is shut because if the Bears really have figured it out, like Cam said, you're set for the next decade.
Yeah.
And
So
Green Bay's dealt with the freaking injury bug. What if they get
yeah.
that fixed?
So
And what if Minnesota gets quarterback figured out? Now you're in trouble.
yeah. So Chris just put something in the chat, bro. That Oregon is
Players hitting the portal.
yeah. So they're losing a cornerback that's had some pretty good playing time, and then a young safety too, right? So what the is going on, man? So
Like,
I
why
think
now?
well because the transfer portal window is like the second.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna make a decision to go in the portal, you have to make it before a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but my thing is, why would you do it in the middle of a playoff run?
That's a horrible. Like that's not a good look at all.
But like I said, you're gonna see this a while because you only got one transfer window now.
Well, they haven't fully changed everything yet though. Because now, if you don't transfer now, you can't transfer again until what, like right before the summer. I think they have another portal window.
No, they changed it.
Oh, they
You
got
only
rid of it.
got one. You got one transfer window now.
I don't know if I like that, but I get it.
Man, I do because
Now they
you
can't
have
jump all over the time.
yeah, because you can't jump all the time. Now, once you make a decision to transfer, you gotta sit. So yeah, like once you slip out of that top spot, the fall comes quick. Yeah, 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 man.
Literally went from AFC Championship to 7-10.
Yeah, man. So like it's serious, man. Unless your division is bad, you know what I'm saying? So you got time to just dominate all the bad teams. Like that's what I talk about Tom Brady sometimes because I'm like, yeah, he did his thing in the playoffs, but getting there wasn't always that tough
No,
because the Bills were ass, the Jets were ass, and the Dolphins were hit or miss, right? But
couldn't win in Miami though.
compared to what the Patriots was doing, the Dolphins was ass. Okay,
It was a good time. We had the Avengers.
yeah, like that shit, man. That shit was not fair, bro. You can count on winning the division, period.
We was in the AFC Championship game like every year, dog.
Yeah, so
Like damn near.
so if your division is terrible, you can rack up some damn. You could keep your window open a while, right?
But Detroit is not in a favorable spot.
But the NFC North has always been a division that is topsy turvy. It ain't
Mhm.
ever really been won by one team for a
Mhm.
long period of time. Because
Mhm.
even when the Packers was winning with Rodgers, right? You had years where the Bears would sneak
When
in
they had
there.
Cutler and Marshall and guys like that,
Yeah, they would
and then you
sneak
had the
in there.
Vikings. You had the
You know?
Vikings with Favre and all that.
Exactly. So you had times where it was topsy turvy. So it's not always like that, man. So the fact that the Lions had kind of bounced back and was really good, you would think like, okay, they would keep that going, man. But nah, I don't know. I see Tampa Bay.
I got a bad feeling about them, bro. Because this collapse has been unreal.
Yeah, they might be moving on from Ty Bull though. They might be doing it. They
Team's
might
too
move.
good.
Yeah. All right, man. So the Panthers are number 1 in the NFC South.
Just like
So
Cam's
they
prediction 2
taking
years ago.
on the number 1 team in the NFC West. I would like to say that the Panthers have a shot in this game, but I don't really think so. I just think they're gonna get beat pretty bad, bro. I think they're gonna get beat pretty bad in this game, bro. Like Seattle trying to lock up that number one seed in the whole NFC. So yeah, I think they're gonna get beat pretty bad in this one. Give me the Seahawks, bro.
Yeah, the Charlotte Panthers, they just don't have enough. I really like what they're doing and the fact they're overachieving. But Seattle feels like they're finally really in that groove they need to be in, especially right before your playoff push. You get number one seed, man. You get a first round bye and a freaking home field advantage. Seattle getting home field advantage at this point with the way they're playing, that's a huge deal. Yeah, give me Seattle. I like what the Panthers are doing, but the Seahawks are on another level.
Yeah, you got the 12s in there.
The 12th man.
You don't want to be playing them 12s in the playoffs. They get loud up in there, bro. All right, man. So
And the Niners are 10-4, bro.
yeah, so the Niners in the playoffs, thanks to the Lions losing. So they fighting for seeding. So this game gonna be pretty good, man. But I actually want to see the Bears win this game, man. I want to see them lock up maybe a first round bye or something like that. Or at least get a home playoff game, you know. So I want to see them do that. So I got the Bears in this.
Give me the Bears. I love what they're doing. Caleb's playing great. The Niners are 10-4, which I didn't even realize that. Like I knew they were winning games, but I'm like, the Niners are gonna be decent. But I just really like what Chicago's doing, and it just feels like just like the last thing. I think they're really in a good spot. So give me the Bears.
All right, man. And we got like one little left, I think. All right, man. I don't even care, bro.
Oh, y'all took the lead just now though.
I still don't care,
17-13.
I still don't care, man. Fuck this
You don't
game,
care? Y'all
bro.
took the lead?
No, I don't care, man.
Yeah, 17-13 with 3 minutes left in the third.
Yeah.
I love
you
this
know
guy.
what? You know what? See that movie? You're probably right. You're probably right about that. So, if I had to pick a team, I would
Us.
I guess I'd say my Super Bowl like wish list is probably the Patriots against the. Well, damn, I can't say that one. You know what? The Patriots against the Eagles. Let's take it back to.
We get a third. So we get the third rematch, like the third
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Let's take it back to 2005, 2006, man.
Or
Let's take it back.
2017.
I don't count that.
No, I don't like to talk about that one either.
I don't count that. I want McNabb against Brady. That's what I want. That was real.
That'd be a good game though. May versus Hurts in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I like that.
and
I appreciate the love.
That's what I'm really wanting. So I like that. Or give me a combination of the Bills.
I thought you don't want to pick I thought you don't want the Bills in the Super Bowl.
I don't want them in there, but if they get there, they got to play the Panthers. That's the only way they win.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, now the Panthers go on a run like that, bro. You gotta let the Panthers win that motherfucker. We'll revisit the Bills in the Super Bowl at a later date. Because the Panthers get to the Super Bowl like this. Oh shit. That would be wild, man. I would be so happy with that, man. Shit, man. But yeah, man, that is the show, man. Like I said, we kept it under 2 hours a little bit, so but we talked about a lot. Got the college football in there, man. Got the NFL stuff in there. So just I guess give y'all a heads up about how the off season is gonna go for us, man. So we're really gonna dive into some coaching carousel stuff, man. We're gonna break down all the moves from the coaching searches, right? Because I think Michigan might still be looking for a coach at this point at the offseason because all the good guys is gone, man. So they might have to handle this after the season, man, to really focus on a good option, you know. So But we're gonna get that. We're gonna do some draft talk, the combine, the Senior Bowl, stuff like that. So we're gonna get in deep into that because off season is really fun for us sometimes. It's slow, but we do get a lot of good content, man.
Well, you can do all kinds of stuff. You don't have to cover week by week stuff. Because we do live draft shows, we do mock drafts, we do what if series, we do fantasy drafts.
No, I don't know if you want Josh McDaniels, bro.
No, he ain't going nowhere. He's staying. I think he learned his lesson. He's like, yo, my best chance of winning anything is here. I think he's staying. That's fine with me because he has been detrimental in the development of Drake May. Like he has done a stellar job. He ain't going nowhere. He don't have no reason to. Why go somewhere?
Yeah, because he failed like 3 times as a head coach already.
Why? Like, don't. It's not like Matt Patricia where you got fired and you're like, ooh, Ohio State's hiring. Ooh, I'm gonna go kill it. Ooh, no, this is different. And Josh McDaniels realizes if he goes do something else and it's a dud, he's more times than not gonna get the comeback.
So. Y'all need to see what Michigan needs to do, right? And this is like no hating at all, right? Like y'all need to think outside the box. All right, you gotta think outside the box, man. Because when you think about all of the coaches that y'all have had, right? The only time y'all thought outside the box was Rich Rodriguez. That's it. Everybody else do the same thing. Brady Hoke was kind of like a inside run kind of guy, right? Lloyd Carr was the inventor of the inside run kind of guy, right? And then you got Harbaugh, who was like the disciple of inside the thing, you know? So now after that last game, we really love Kalen DeBoer. Y'all not getting him.
He's already said he ain't going nowhere.
So, but y'all need to think outside the box, right? Y'all thought outside the box with Rich Rod like years ago, but y'all didn't give him the resources that he really needs. Y'all gave him the contract, but not the resources, and that's the thing, right? And y'all fired him just a little bit too soon because I feel like he was starting to really build something there. Like after Denard Robinson left, right, he wanted to do some different shit, right? But y'all gotta think outside the box, man. If y'all gonna really make some noise,
BK
win again, that ain't the answer. That's definitely not the answer.
BK
y'all gotta get somebody that is offensively gonna attack defense.
BK in Ann Arbor, he's an offensive genius. He said we getting BK. Hey, maybe y'all can convince Sloan to leave Kentucky.
Shit. Nah, y'all ain't. That would be horrible. That would be absolutely terrible. Y'all don't need to do that to yourselves, man. The dude checked out, and he got a bunch of money coming his way from LSU. So, like, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, but that was a long time ago, Chris. You don't need to go. Still don't need Brian Kelly, bro. I'm sorry. You gotta innovate, man.
Kelly, he can. I mean,
what y'all really need to do
him and his family.
Y'all need to go after Rhett Lashley. That's what y'all need to do.
Yeah, you ever notice the like they had a lot of steam on his name,
man.
And then, man, I don't know why we didn't hear nothing else about him.
Man, I need to go after Rhett Lashley, man. Go ahead and get Rhett Lashley, and like that's what I'm saying. Clark Lee, like, dude, going after. He went to James Madison. That's where Billy Napier went.
He gonna do good there.
Yeah. So, but you struck out on them, and Lee ain't interested because he got Vanderbilt in a place that they ain't been in a while, right? And like schools are loosening up the standards to get in, right? Harvard, Yale, Stanford, like they always gonna be like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Vanderbilt's kind of loosened it up a little bit. Not too much because they don't want a lot of riffraff in there. But they loosened it up to the point where they getting some good players and they spending money, right? They just got a 5-star quarterback coming in there. Now that could be hit or miss. But that's that they flipped him. That's more than just
that's way more impressive, yeah.
So like that's the thing that kind of when I look at it, right? We're offering Sark the whole bank account.
I
Well,
think Sark's thinking NFL, bro.
yeah, I think
Yeah, I think he's
NFL
thinking
money.
NFL.
I think NFL money outweighs y'all whole bank account.
He going to the Titans
It might work. Might work. I don't know because he
because there was a
coached.
lot of steam behind him for the NFL. I know we haven't heard about it because the playoffs are going on, but wait for the national championship to get done. Like that's going to be a conversation. I definitely see that happening.
Yeah, I would love him with the Titans, man, because you gotta think, man, when he was coaching Atlanta, they were like top 10 and in offense when he was down there.
Yeah, when
So
he was with Shanahan.
yeah, so um I would.
I don't think Freeman's going nowhere.
Man, I don't know, man. I would really consider the New York Giants though, man.
I just don't see.
Because
I think he likes South Bend a lot.
I think so too. But you gotta understand, you're gonna get an interview at least, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it.
I don't see it either because they don't really hire black
Screw
coaches.
coaching in New York, bro. Coaching in New York's a shit show.
They don't really hire black coaches like that, bro.
They don't hire brothers like that.
Yeah, they don't like
You know,
brothers.
you seen how hard it was for Geno Smith to start over Eli Manning at the end?
So yeah, man.
We've been talking about that too.
Yeah, man. If we don't make the playoffs, bro, I think it's time for a change, bro. It is, man. It's just that point of time. I keep telling y'all the whole scenario, bro. Like when Brian Billick won that first championship in like 2000 or something like that, it was cool, right? But after like 2008 and 9, and we still like not doing the shit we supposed to, it's time to make a change. It gets a little stale. He's a winning coach with us. He left and we were still winning. But you got to do something else. Like, I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say all that.
What?
I wouldn't say all that. Because, like, Harbaugh, like, John Harbaugh is different than Jim. Like, Jim went to college, had success, left college, went to the NFL, had success, left the NFL, went back to college, had success, and now coming back to the NFL, having success again. So, like, Harbaugh has always been, like, John Harbaugh has always been in the NFL. Always. Like, he started as a special teams coordinator. So, like, you gotta see that part. Like, I don't think he's leaving the NFL. Like, I think
he's not a college guy. I don't. Yeah, I think he would just stop.
I think he would stop coaching before he go to college.
It's just some guys that can do both. There's some guys that can do one of each. I just don't see him being anything other than an NFL coach. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you know? Jesse Mentor. I've heard Jesse Mentor's name in a couple of things too. So I don't know, man. I've heard some things about him in these coaching searches too. So
Chris, I know you said you're a Titans fan, but you said you were like a really diehard Saints fan. And I don't see you talking about the Saints. So if you're going to come in here, I want to see you talking about some Saints. I want to see something different. Bro, the Saints got 5 wins, bro. They 5-10. Shuck done won 3 or 4 freaking starts. I'm just saying that's I didn't think they would because they were bidding
Pete Carroll, old ass coach in Michigan. Are you serious? See that
dude? Pete Carroll is not. He's too old for all that stress, bro. He already stressed out in Vegas.
Well, I mean, they said Tyler Shutt was one of those guys that, like, he was like pro ready more than they say he was more pro ready than Cam Ward was. You know?
Yeah, because he's been a freaking journeyman everywhere.
Yeah, so I mean, we heard that. You heard that with Brandon Whedon too, man. Oh, he's ready to play too.
No, but I think that, but Shuck is way better than what Brandon Whedon was. His intangibles are.
Yeah, Brandon.
I wasn't. Remember when he got? Hey, you remember the pregame when he got stuck under the American flag?
No, I don't remember that.
Look it up when you get off. Go on YouTube and search up like Brandon Whedon gets stuck under flag. Just I'm telling you,
it probably is now too.
I'm telling you, it's funny, bro. I mean, Cleveland. I don't know, bro.
I don't know neither, dog.
Bro,
They
you just
just
throwing
did
random
that.
names out at this point. Bum
Like,
Phillips.
the Browns got such a weird situation going on, right? So you don't want Shador to start for real, right? You gave him the wrong wristband. And then you got Dylan Gabriel on the team. And we forget about Deshaun Watson is still there too. Like, what are they doing? Like, if anybody needs to sell the team, it's the Cleveland Browns.
The
Just keep
Bengals
the
too.
name and start over like 20 years later, bro.
The Bengals too.
Just let them forget. Just
No,
let
dude, they just need to conjoin the Browns and the Bengals. They have a really good team. They'd probably win the Super Bowl. Let the Bengals offense play the Browns defense. They'd be unstoppable, bro.
yeah, like that would be.
They're not gonna take a running back though, because Devin Neal for Kansas, he's good. Like I think that's your guy going into the future. I mean, the Saints need another receiver because you freaking traded your speed demon to Seattle, and Olave can't stay healthy. So yeah, I mean you could go receiver in round one if you feel like your quarterback is like, I feel like I'd go. It depends on who's coming out.
I get Tyson. I get Tyson from Arizona State.
Yeah,
I like him a lot. I get Tyson. I feel like y'all need something else.
Why would you want Todd Bowles?
Yeah, you get desperate, dog. You talk about career NFL dudes trying to go to college, man. They ain't doing that shit. But they might though, because the game different now. It ain't really recruiting, it's about buying talent now. So like you give somebody, you know what I'm saying, a $50 million budget, man, you could buy a whole roster and be real good.
Why you ain't said Ed Ogeron? How you gonna say all these crazy names? You don't even say Coach O. Like, why not? You gonna bring some of that Cajun pizzazz to Ann Arbor, bro?
Man, Coach O coaching. He gonna be on Lane Kiffin's staff. He ain't going nowhere. He already said it. I'm down the street right now. All I gotta do is hop in my truck. So he ain't going to Ann Arbor, bro. I'm telling you, y'all need to go and get Rhett Lashley and revolutionize y'all offense, man, so y'all can actually stop running this stupid ass inside zone and sweep and shit, and really you gotta attack, man.
And then y'all gonna lose your quarterback too.
Yeah, so y'all need to figure that shit out, man. But I'm telling you, dog.
Hire freaking Byron Leftwich for all that. If you're gonna say Todd Bowles, say Byron Leftwich. He do good.
One thing to look out for in the offseason, man, is what West Virginia does at quarterback.
If they get a really good quarterback, that's gonna be.
I'm telling you, that's gonna change everything, bro. Like if they get a quarterback at West Virginia, boy, Texas Tech might want to look out, man. I'm telling you. I ain't saying they gonna beat them like all the time, but I will say that shit gonna be fun to watch, man.
Rich Rod.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So we gonna get up out of here, man. But gotta let y'all know that next album is coming out, man. All right.
Christmas.
Yep, we gonna drop it. What's the date, man? So yeah,
today's the 21st.
Yeah, so we're gonna drop Gridiron Symphony, man, on the 24th, Christmas Eve, man. So give y'all something to listen to while y'all are getting ready for probably a Christmas dinner or whatever, man. So we're gonna drop that on the 24th, man, and I hope y'all enjoy it. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming out, man. Got some coming out on New Year's, so y'all gonna enjoy that too. Then Martin Luther King Day, man. We start the first single of
He's how we finna hit up Doug Peterson.
Nah, that shit is over with, bro. Nah, but we gonna be good, man. We got more music on the way, man. So y'all check that out. So before we get up out of here, you got anything to say to the people, man?
Like, follow, subscribe for all of your college football and NFL needs, especially in this time of the year where the playoffs are in full swing. you want to have your number one spot to get all of that content, check us out. Live weekly shows. Every single day, there's a piece of content being dropped exclusively on YouTube. We do everything else, but YouTube and TikTok, there are daily uploads there. Definitely check it out. Really helps with the algorithm. If you like this kind of content, make sure to like the video, follow, subscribe across all platforms. You can Google us, or you can check the ticker at the bottom, whether you're an audio or a video listener. And if you like these on just straight audio, you can check us out on Spotify, Amazon, everything as well.
All right, man. Right on, Chris. We appreciate that, man. See that move? No. It's not happening.
He no, man, you had something to drink.
He desperate. He want to coach bad. Just wait till the off season, bro. But we'll catch y'all next Sunday, same place. Peace out.
Peace.